거는 늘 넘치고 우리는 준비되어 있고요. 그리고 이제 진짜 더 잘하는 모습과 더 좋은 모습.
Tapi Cengli sih, Denji form paling bagusnya emang.
이제 플레이오프까지 진출하게 됐고 이제
Tapi kayaknya diganti Badil lebih jago gak sih?
텐데
Nggak tahu juga kan harus chemistry dia sama.
Iya sih.
저희가 이제 잘하는 모습을 보여드릴 수 있는 때가 진짜 항상 우리와 격려해주시는 팬분들께 너무 감사하고 팬분들
Pokoknya tim kalau ada yang diganti satu, misalnya ini lagi jago terus diganti satu itu, ya either tambah jago atau lebih cukup aja udah.
Well, it was third time looking for GENG last time facing off against
Kalau
PRX.
tekstur memang jago.
Tapi kalau di tim dia
At least
impactnya
kicking off
ada
in
ya
that
pasti
first half,
kita.
8-4 when we left you. And now it's time for GENG to close this map out. At least that's their mindset going in. PRX, their attack side is about to be put to the test, and the big thing to write home about last time was something diving into sites. The thing is, he had a Yoru causing a lot of chaos for him. Now it's a little bit more conventional, but that's never the name of the game with PRX. In he goes! Something's looking for a fight. Paranoia is perfect. Snake Bite's even better. And with 1 HP, Lucky doesn't stand a chance. The rest of the squad comes in to save him.
Chill.
Versus 1.
Dah, chill.
With Meteor left standing and his back wide open. That's a mistake. And it almost was a costly one.
Aron. It's okay bro, I feel you bro. Yesterday when I was playing ranked ya. Oh Aron.
Even still though, it is the pistol round for PRX, and that is the
Aman
thing,
aja.
even with this compositional change, the thing that it adds is firstly, you're going to have that paranoia available for Munya to sort of set them up in, as we saw at the beginning of that round, but also it just almost, we're going to continuously see the switch up of who's going in first. So you're going to have Forsaken sometimes taking space for something, maybe if he has an operator in hand, and something in that round taking space with Forsaken. They are a deadly duo, whether the Yoru is
Kalem.
Aron versi kebanyakan duit.
They went to this comp after all. Nice shot by Meteor. Opportunity for more, and he's landed that shot as well. Forsaken's very low, a big help to any teammates that end up taking that fight. We may talk about the Outlaw, but this man's making it work with the Marshal, the cheaper weapon. Okay, an opportunity if they had have spotted the player in the corner. Munyet, though, able to deliver the killing blow. Mind Freak fell to a snake bite after being... Oh! What is that push from Meteor? You will rarely see
Mampus lu pada.
Mampus. Jangan overthinking dong, overthinking coba. Jalan sekarang bareng ya.
Yes, he's far away, but that might mean by the time he gets here,
Sabar. Nggak mau blunder.
It depends though, because PRX, that's the thing. The blitz plays of PRX have been so fast. There's actually still a lot of time. They don't need to over-aggress. They've just thrown out the guiding light, the flash to get them a little bit of extra information. Still no weaponry found. Now Karen does have himself a paranoia. He's brought up his full belt of utility. If he can somehow isolate one of these jewels, for now at least it seems like he's waiting for that site to be taken. Smoke will give that away, the spike being planted, and now he can look to try and see if there's any gun to be had, and well, there you have it.
Thank you, Yeti. We've got a Bulldog to play with 100 HP. Paranoia is still online. Both smokes.
Iya di pot dia.
Timing is key. And they swap it together. It's a 3-2-1. Perfectly on cue. They won the round, Tom. 3 players down. This definitely isn't how they would have wanted to start it. When I add to that it's a Marshall headshot, okay, what can you do? And another Marshall headshot from a guy pushing a smoke close range, using it like a shotgun. That's not going to feel great. And the other player died to a snake bite. So, few kind of random engagements that ended up, well, rocking the boat a little bit for PRX. We'll see how they recover.
When the thing is as well, the play you really don't want those alls to be going over to his Meteor. 3 away from Bladestorm. Even just a bit of damage in this round, and he'll have something for the next. Now, this purchase from PRX, players now fairly low on cash. You've got Forsaken and Mind Freak.
Iya, Bi, kayak gara-gara di Madrid kurang gopur deh.
They might be in a little bit of trouble. Forsaken, though, he's just gone walkabouts. He's sprinting after Lakia, but he isn't going to be able to land the shot. At least for now, it's only going to be the control that's lost for GENG.
No
Ini kalau orang ini menang, Peppers masih bisa nih.
Lihat lagi ya.
Nah, kenapa mereka tahu ya yang mau PRX lakuin ya? Kayak one step ahead tau gak sih?
Ngecit gak sih?
Enggak ngecit. Udah kayak bener-bener kayak baca buku.
Dispray headshot
Itu
anjing.
supposed to be Munchkinnya nggak akan sadar anjing harusnya.
Divide through the screen as well, so he's going to be half HP entering the site. They don't even know the Munchkin's there. A perfect reposition. This might be a flawless return to form as
Lakinya
Device
sih
the only
ngentot
man
sih.
left
Kesel banget
standing.
gue.
A 1v5 scenario.
Gak apa-apa ya, Ron, udah bagus ya.
About can he do any semblance of damage? As said, they invested some extra credits into this round, so the next round's not exactly going to be pretty. Wouldn't normally talk about saving, but I think actually holding onto a gun here would have more value, and he's just been seen knowing exactly where he is now. I imagine there's going to be pressure placed onto this man. Blast packs could be thrown in, but it's just going to be the entirety of the squad looking to just jump down upon him within those last few seconds. Well, it's not even needed. First one gets the job done, and GENG will extend their lead.
Cok, parah.
5 players alive, you know, it's a little scary because it feels like since the very beginning of some of these halves, GENG haven't had a problem when it comes to economy. And I think for this 6 to 9
Kayak ada aja gitu loh
PRX
bacanya.
side, they
Tahu gitu loh kalau bakalan di double drop di
different
Venti-nya.
timeline. You lose the third round after
Kok
winning
dia
first
nggak
two, what's
expect
the
orang
issue?
midnya
It's just the
nge-clearin ke
damage
Venti
done,
gitu
2
loh.
players alive. Coming
Kenapa
out of
ya?
both of those rounds, it meant constant reinvestment, and PRX now left with a stinger and a Sheriff light shields on most players. Some heavy disadvantages to play with in that orb. Well, I mean, it kind of has worked because Munchkin fell into it, but not doing exactly what they
It's not
intended.
going to cover up above. They've had to re-smoke it. Again, an explosive start to the round, almost a kill. Well,
Tangkap.
nice with 3. This is exactly what PRX does. These fast-paced plays into the site.
Lagi sih, kata gue pick lagi sih. Ada-ada aja.
PRX nih koncennya emang di orang depan anjing. Jadinya di doang anjing. Kalau depannya masuknya lagi begitu serempak begitu utilnya.
V4 scenario.
Not even close tuh ya Munchkin ya. Not even close.
And they've spotted Karen as well. Although I say that, the peek out never really came in. The player behind the back of the site should have probably seen it now. It gets a little bit more interesting. Space given to texture.
Cakep, main freak. Itu dia, Cok. Itu confidence diri, boost diri lu sendiri, Ron. Itu dia, Ron. That's it, bro.
You know, we gave the same caveat coming into the last half, and then GENG ran away with it. But here, a challenge early on, and more importantly, a challenge with so many weaknesses.
Alhamdulillah.
You have a couple of rifles, and what ends up winning it is a stinger diving on the site, 2 kills out of a Sheriff.
Garuk terus ya palanya Solo.
Doesn't get much better than that. It was even a classic jumping around the corner to find one of those opening duels in elbow.
Karon senjata apa?
It's 8 rounds in a row that were lost, an 8-2 scoreline. The difference is now just 2. That's how close PRX have managed to bring this. Going onto their favored side, the B site under serious pressure. Half the team still waiting patiently.
Nggak dicek, Cok.
Position. It's Sublime. He's managed to TP behind him. He gets away with murder. Brilliant from Caron. We talk about picking this player out of ranked. He's put the ranked play into the pro play.
And it works. You know, sometimes you just got to throw out those curveballs. You're focused on so many different things. You don't think the Lunatic's going to be up top, but
Ya di TP sih, cuma
position from him. And clearly
nggak
one that
dicek ke
wasn't
situ.
expected on the other side. And again, we fall back into economy discussion around this squad. They've been sitting pretty. They've been looking fantastic. They were able to obviously rebuy in this round because of the damage done early
Eksturnya
on.
bunuh di mana ya?
And
Bisa,
they
bisa.
only really needed one of those
Bonus
rifles
for
by the
second kan
looks of
tadi.
things. A timeout called by PRX as they can now feel that it's getting very late into this game.
Paranoia di
We're at a
sini.
stage where if GENG picks up one more, they'll be knocking.
Tapi GENG sama DRX sekarang jagoan DRX jauh anjing. Jagoan GENG jauh, Cok.
I think that double kill from Munchkin, that tripled his kills.
Chill.
Mind freak.
I said Munchkin, sorry, I meant Mindfreak.
Yeah,
Dia butuh temen sih
Munchkin's
boleh
been
sih.
doing well.
Yeah, Munchkin's going for his
Lex tahun depan boleh lah Lex, ayo bareng Lex.
Yeah, no, Mind Freak's definitely had a quiet performance. I also think something though.
Real.
We talked about the duelist in this matchup. other than I'd say even Forsaken, they've actually all been a little bit underwhelming. It's been other players stepping up in this matchup, and I think that's really what we're seeing at the moment is the depth of both teams individually, but more so just that interplay. I think we're seeing much better fundamentals out of GENG, and it's mostly been those explosive plays from PRX, like going off the back of a paranoia, everybody diving in together. And you see if it's even a slight bit disjointed like that round, Karen just pulls out crazy play and is able to win the round for them.
Kasian banget dah main freak, Cok.
10-7, as you said, everything on the brink here. Seekers
Klip adik-adik, boleh sih. Bi, kalau kamu ya tahun depan beneran jadi analis PRX nih, meja kalian berdua hancur sih. Real. Lu tau gak, kemarin gue mau tidur ya, gue kebangun ada kali 5 kali gara-gara Ucil main Valorant gebuk meja anjing. Gila, gue sampai kayak wah. Aduh, matinya gitu, Cok.
Now we need to see the return for GENG as another is found. Something falls. 2 rifles still in play. Seekers still in play. And a few flashes here and there. One back just on Dubai.
Gak ketahuan nih.
Not a lot for them to fight their way back through with utility, but it's this man's position that might get them something. Weapons. This man's an animal. Oh, he's being put down. And for PRX, they look to take it elsewhere, but those steps are heard. Meteor's in position, unbeknownst to them. You might have her trail, but, well, it's a little more difficult to deal with her cleanly. Mind Freak, the last man standing, 1v3. And Munchkin's already spotted him. He's a known quantity with a flank underway. Munchkin just needs to buy some time, back off, and let his teammates take it. And gets this kill, he's got himself a Viper's Pit to play with. Or if he dies, I suppose.
That's the thing. He's literally just playing with him because he knows that flank is coming. I really love it. It was brought up by Lack here in the halftime interview that he believes that playing with someone like Munchkin has brought a lot of depth to his own playstyle. And you can just see the intelligence even in this round. He literally
Sumpah, Cok, kalau misalnya apaan tuh anjing kayak gitu bunuhnya.
Wants to just play the higher percentage play.
Gue yakin dia lihatnya kagak anjing. Cuma kelihatan outline dikit dong kayaknya.
Gemuk.
A lot of the time I don't mind these gambles, but I feel like Forsaken has been one of the sort of glimmers of hope. So you were almost going, he has to get something. Otherwise, it's just now a push without him going into the site, and it didn't work with him.
You know, the thing is for PRX right now, at an eye test,
dia kayak kayak tahu gitu loh si PRX mau ngapain.
It's not that bad. It's a chance for them to fight back, albeit here with weaker weapons, but they've looked good there. The problem is they've won 4 of those 7 rounds off the pistol and follow-up. Like the injection of rounds early half makes this look like a much closer game than it is. But GENG have been dominating in rifle rounds. Now they've got 4 ultimates to fall back on, up against weaknesses.
Mampus.
A big opening kill for the side of PRX.
Paling sakit hati tuh di dash sama Jet main kayak gitu tuh.
GENG might start to panic, might make a mistake, and with
Santai
Munchkin
Lia.
inside the smoke
Bisa di heal sama Davai kok.
that might just be the mistake they were looking for.
Nggak ada heal. Oh, ada.
Oh, this could be big! He actually switches away, and it's just going to be the shutdown.
Gila.
He starts on the round and ends it as well. 12-7.
Panas.
This map looking
Sakit kepala
over.
gue.
As you said,
Mampus yang.
Sabar
Kita cek dulu ya. Yang
Yang
bad PRX ada
They need 5 in a
32
row.
kali 2, Cok, yang bad GENG 16. Selamat atas ketidakcairan kalian, guys. Tapi masih 7-12, masih mungkin. Kalau kata Severin, jangan banyak bacot belum kelar. Tenang.
Because they're winning almost all of the buy rounds thus far. The closer rounds for PRX
Iya kan?
and individuals.
Pada bias soalnya.
Individually and together. 5 in a row needed, and the challenge already underway.
Mampus!
Okay.
Jeng, mampus lu anjing.
Early utility to try and slow this push a little bit, but
Anjing.
the fact is,
Orang dong.
Sebenarnya tinggal segini aja nge-swing lu.
Black here in the corner, but they
Orang
expect it.
dong.
He's stuck in the mud. Good
Jadi ya,
utility
Cok.
usage in this round. It leaves now Karen. He's had some magical plays, but they know exactly where he is. Well, it seems
Gila-gila
so.
somethingnya selalu.
One here goes bouncing past him.
I'm here if you need me.
And no one's
Guys,
really watching,
so
although
gitu,
it
Jin.
seems like Texture
Pepe Cole GG sih, real.
was doubting the player behind. Also a 1v1
Lihat
taken,
tuh,
but
orang bunuh.
it won't matter in the end. A 1 versus 5. Some serious mistakes needed, and Munyet's going to put him down immediately.
Okay,
Tactical ini harusnya nih GENG nih.
The start of the way back for this squad.
Closing katanya closing.
They've actually managed to deal with the vast majority of the ultimates as well. Their top GENG are left now with just a Viper's Pit. We listed all of them last round. They got used. They found nothing. So not only winning a buy round, but winning a stacked buy round in terms of ult economy. And they've still got some left to play with themselves. The Blade Storm can help out. The Pit can win rounds.
Lagian kalau A-nya nggak 3, Karona jaga setnya kayak kontol anjing.
GENG are finally seeing some negative economic stake. They're all
Yeah,
not expected. Good
di-pick.
flash too, and it's a double. He's got his teammate Meteor with him, and they're absolutely extinguishing the flame of PRX's early fight. This squad's gonna have to go back and reconsider surely.
I like this. Just a direct counter. These A-side takes have been one of the major problems. Viper's Pit, although they might just a little bit dangerous, spamming. And because of that, being able to get rid of Meteor is a big pick. Because that was looking like map control and the man advantage for GENG.
Iya, masih jiggle Heaven B, yang satu masih jiggle B anjing.
That cam there is very important. Just seeing something clear the spawn, you see how much space they lost. Because this Viper's Pit isn't just stopping the push, it's stopping all of PRX's plans. Their plan was to blitz A, they get slowed, they get stopped, and now they have to go back and re-clear
Ini kalau
everything.
satu-satunya
Even if
kalah
there's no
perang
player
semua udah
flanking,
GG dah.
if they're just pushed up in B main holding that aggro intel, you're going to find it very hard to actually dive in. Now this TP is to B side. Up top it's
Untung ditembak.
something down below, spotted and taken down.
Kenapa sih
GENG
mesti kayak
have
gini ya?
the
Bingung gua.
advantage. They're going to challenge Munchkin inside the pit. And what a mistake that was. Welcome to his world with Munyet, the last man standing, and a free kill presented. He's got 3 more to
15
go.
seconds.
He's found the 4Ks in the past, Dom, but this would be exceptional time. Good luck to you and good night.
GG bro, GG bro.
And the fact is the running
Aaron apa ganti cluster emang ya? Bajir.
It did not happen. A stellar map, losing both
Gue mau
pistols,
ketawa dulu.
only losing 8 rounds. What a performance for the side of GENG.
It's even more impressive considering Munyet on PRX, a player.
With Valorant Tracker, it's easy to check out all of your game stats all in one place.
It also has a really cool and useful
Good, we had some good
Bagus ya
plays,
guys ya.
but at the end of the day, this was a GENG map. 13 to
Kita ke
8
map
doesn't
2 ya
sell
guys
it. This
ya.
was convincing, and now they move on to their pick of Lotus after this.
Balik lagi ke Playstyle. Ya PRX don't care anjing. Dia orang pasti main begini terus. Cuma maksudnya kayak kalau menurut gua kayaknya boleh coba apa ya? Lebih rapi dikit lah.
Hey guys, it's
Ya
Jimmy
ini
Lin.
jadinya
Series, I'm gonna walk you
PRX tuh
through
rely
attack.
banget sama individual
Watch out
step
for the
up
stairs,
semuanya.
clear this angle. You're gonna be able to fight
Kalau
this.
mereka lagi semuanya lagi hitting aim shot mah udah lalu jangan ngarep dacok menang lawan mereka anjing. Udah nggak mungkin menang 100%.
Mampus, poin aku dari 60, bet GENG jadi 200.
Iya.
Cilin dulu deh. Iya.
Bentar guys, gua nyebat guys.
Boleh. Aku mau bet. Guys, kayak udah saatnya kalian berpindah hati sih kata gue dalam segi betting ini ya. Gue bet GENG, gue tetap dukung PRX. Cuma gimana ya? Kita bet kita bet lagi ya. Gue 500 plus 1.500an cok. Emang iya? Sumpah yang bet GENG kaya cok. Poinnya. Welcome to membership ya. Thank you for join membership. Berapa menit? Aku mau nyebat. Aku mau duduk di kursi ini. Aku capek. Duduk di kursi meja makan. Ya. Sekarang aja. Oke. Aduh, bet dulu sih kata gua di channel gua ya, manis. Pakai Terea Purple Wave. Nggak tahu kayak bet GENG deh. Kayak gue bet GENG sih. Satu kom tuh apa maksudnya? Lotus PRX bapuk. Emang iya Toti? Ih, gue gak kenal dah sama viewer di ini cok. Masuk top 10 langsung. Emang iya cok? Mana coba lihat. Mana bukan Indra? Anjing, bukan Indra, langsung nomor 9 anjing. 4.000 poinnya. Wah, sumpah. Lu bener sih cok, PP cole sih kata gue. Lebih ke Pepe Cole sih. Kayak masih 21 sih, kayak map 2 PRX sih. EG kok maksudnya dulu pas lawan EG di champion PRX ya. Dulu waktu lawan ini di champion yang jago si PRX, yang jago si Kom ya. Real Pepe Cole, bener sih, real sih, kata gue sih. Duh, baterai iPad gue udah mau habis lagi, baca komen di mana gue jir. Ah, fuck, kata gue teh. Guys, jangan lupa di like dulu buat off live ya, live Uci, live gua, silakan di like dulu. Uci lagi ngerokok, abis ini kita mau potong kue dulu karena nyokapnya hari ini ulang tahun, bentar ya. Tuh kan baterai iPad gua habis, cok. Kayak mana ya? Jik, bau. Map 3 Essen ya? Sumpah kalau nggak map 3 nggak seru sih. Mapnya seru, cok. Essen, cok, PRX. Komnya bikin pusing dulu, ngebanci di mana dia bisa sendiri terus muter-muter map. Sofa main emang kayak gitu, cok. Lu kalau lihat sofa main Valo ya, mereka tuh selalu gedein kan. Mereka tuh selalu muter-muter map, nyari celah, terus kayak apa ya? Selalu cari map, selalu cari celah gitu buat nge-lurk gitu, timingnya tuh selalu dapet gitu anjir si para sofa man ini. Closebet pistoran ya teman-teman teman-teman viewer di streamku. Loud Sentinel dia sofa Viper kadang, iya kan? Feeling kok PRX menang ya? Bagus kalau lu punya feeling kayak gitu. Lu emang harus percaya dengan feeling itu. Gently translator. PRX kah? Guys, kalian udah nonton Queen of Tears belum sih? Bagus gak? Gue kemarin baru kelar nonton Dr. Slump kan, seru banget anjir. Gue senyum-senyum terus panjang nonton. Cowoknya ganteng banget. Tapi biar menang lu lebih besar. Real kata gue mah. Jangan sampai telat bet ya, close bet pistol round. Queen of Tears lucu. Emang iya? Queen of Tears katanya bagus banget. Cantik banget, Cok. Siapa? Ini translatornya selalu jadi translator gak sih? Bad GENG guys, jangan guys. Pastinya sih soal playernya, iya dulu dia no turn. Karena siapa Karina Espa? Bagus top 3 dunia itu. Apa sih top 3 dunia, Cok? Gede gini launchnya, gak seru ya? Tadi kali 2, Cok, tadi 32 PRX 16 GENG. Bagus nih. Oh, Queen of Tears. Tapi males gak sih nonton film yang kayak seminggu kemudian baru keluar lagi gitu, Cok? Tapi gue suka sama si ceweknya yang gue tuh dulu, siapa sih nama ceweknya gue lupa deh. Dulu dia main di Descendant of the Sun kan, terus gue tuh emang pengen nonton yang film dia sendiri, tapi gue gak suka Fight for My Way. Gak tau, gak suka aja. Lu tau gak, kemarin otak gue hampir tercuci karena diri gue sendiri sedang mencari anime. Gue lagi cari anime kan, lagi kayak ada rekomendasi TikTok gitu kan, cari anime. Gue hampir banget otak gue tercuci nonton One Piece, Cok. Gue sampai kayak, gue liat kan Netflix kan, One Piece kan udah di Netflix ya, gue liat kan, nonton gak ya? Aduh, gue baca, liat episode, nonton gak ya? Enggak, gue gak nonton. Ternyata otak gue gak semudah itu tercucinya, Cok. Ini Karon ngentot sih, yang orang ini. Tidak semudah itu ya guys ya untuk membuka One Piece dan saya tonton ya. Indra curang pakai ilmu Pepe Cole. Kata gue lu nonton sih, lu ganti Pepe Cole aja sih. Bahaya cok One Piece. Gue nggak mau cok, gue nggak mau One Piece paling bagus, nggak mau. Gue pernah nonton One Piece, tapi gue cuma nonton aja gitu, gue nggak tahu itu apa, gue tonton aja, terus gue berhenti karena menurut gue apaan nih anjing gitu. Goblok dia sahabat, emang kenapa? Pokoknya kalau mau ngecek ke bet apa enggak, tanda suruh my bet. Kalau misalnya nggak ke bet, stream botnya nggak bales lu.
I mean, he was looking pretty deadly at the start of this map here. Again, super aggressive, almost like in the pistol round.
Tai cahaya gede banget cok ininya. Guys nih mau yang mau scan M-Lab tuh. Lah gue kalian M-Lab sih daripada bosan. Gue udah nge-press berjanji pakai duit cok, berjanji pakai duit cok. Si Wilson nonton, sekarang di Wilson udah jam berapa cok? Udah jam 1 anjing. Dia jalan-jalan doang kan seharian di Jepang, gimana dia nggak ketiduran? Tau gak sih guys, kalau lu nonton watch party, kalau lu nggak watch party, gue kalau nonton tuh juga suka tiduran. Kalau watch party kan lu streaming. Mospet kecil Zoe apa namanya? Nggak tahu. Yang ini pokoknya mospetnya. Ini mospet ucil. Zoe, dah pokoknya dah lu cari aja Zoe Red Mospet tuh ya, inilah pokoknya nih mospet dia. Ini yang kemarin aja juga ini mospet ucil. Karena ini PC ucil guys, bukan PC gue. Jangan lupa di like dulu. Tadi siang koper Wilson rodanya lepas Mei, sumpah kasihan. Di channel Ucil nggak ada bet, bestie, stop tanda seru points. Emang Mei ngaruh itu main M-Lab? Gue enggak sih, gue Kovac sih. Tapi katanya sih ngaruh ya main M-Lab. Temen-temen gue beberapa ada yang makin jago kok main pakai M-Lab. Nanti kalau Ucil tanya aja. Zoe GSR harusnya. Iya deh kayak Zoe GSR merah deh. Prospect Pistoron udah mau mulai. Kusut gitu muka Alex real. Baby. Udah mulai loh. Udah mulai loh. Dia mandi ya? Ya udah abisin aja. Boleh gak? Satu map. Sik. Kamu jangan bisa baca komen kamu.
Emang kamu sini aja.
Nipu.com. Awas jika ikut-ikutan kita. Sabar dulu. Baby, mospet kamu namanya apa sih?
Zoe GSR SE.
Oh tuh mospet namanya itu guys.
Last time around, GENG won both pistols here on this map, and it was still a very close game with them barely edging it out 13-11. Now Tom, they come in with momentum.
Ini Zoe GSR SE apa namanya ya? Rogue.
This isn't the comp they played
Iya
last time, but it is the comp they ran versus Heretics. I think it's slightly better for them overall. Still has something on the Jet as well, because they had a similar comp to this.
Pistol on close bet.
I think this just allows him to do more damage.
Kalah lower bracket.
Mampus. Anjing. Itu di right click gak sih?
Lihat lagi, aku kecilin suaranya deh kayaknya.
But the rest are rotating into the right spot. The read is good from the side of GENG as they move to the A site. Here comes PRX diving a little quicker than expected, but there's the return. They're not expecting this many players to be on that defensive side already. Anchor down, and they're winning the fights, leaving Devi all alone. The 1v2, good damage done, and the full wins. He brought a knife to a knife fight. 3 kills already. This guy's been sensational.
Sayang banget.
He's like, you know, I'm not gonna be the coward. I'm not gonna go and reload.
Gimana
I'll take you in the 1v1.
Close bet guys. Bye.
Well, PRX, that was again, we talk about the advantage.
Dia bunuh orang gratis gitu 2 biji anjing karonnya.
What was that? 5v3? As they get into the site, they get the initial opener and they get an entry and then they don't convert the round. It's just
Lagi
good
Cahaya mau
work
ngapain
from
kalau
GENG,
senjata?
but you always have to
Nge-reload,
look at PRX and go, these are moments that you expect them to be able to convert. Not the start they were looking for. And again, we're going to see the same
Bener kata orang
approach
anjing,
from
good
the
things
defense,
to takes
constantly
time.
looking to garner extra control. And PRX, they're going straight into the site.
Oh yeah, look, they're willing to dive. We can tell that as soon as Munyet picks up this
Cahaya udah boleh.
well, he very nearly died to the turret. Not a good start, but Spike should at least be plantable. No nade left online for GENG. Nothing to really force these players out of the corner. With that sees, it's keeping him in position. It's only deducted about 10 HP or so because he was so low.
Gila ini mereka kalau bisa menang round ini bener-bener juara 1, cok.
Close range angles.
Juara coy.
Have the numbers to play with on a lot of the fights they're going to take. Decent damage on
wait,
the shot.
juara coy.
Follow up.
Oh.
And then it's clean.
Nice try.
For GENG. 2 players lost. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, could have been much worse. Interestingly, yeah, something buys shields into that round. So maybe hoping that they could get a kill and he can steal a gun away, but doesn't come to fruition. Texture as well, one off a showstopper going into round number 3. So especially on this map, it definitely is a little bit more difficult for challenge for those.
Karon emang selalu jadi main karakter, bro.
A bit more of an A push, an opportunity to find something there. Well, this is where we are going to get the investment. Mitch, you'll be happy because they can already bring it in.
Listen, he's a wise man. I've always said that, Tom.
Orang-orang
He's just proven my point, isn't he? You won't expect this off rip if you're GENG, and a little bit of danger for Texture. That crosshair's lined up on his head, and it's done some damage, some serious damage by the looks of it. Down to 77. Texture's tagged. Lucky has dropped.
Laki-laki itu
We can
mampus.
continue on with the spam.
Ini bagus nih one way ini
Most
nih.
players, Divide the only one to stay quite low.
One way yang dilempar sama si Karon buat di Rubble nih bagus nih. Buat eliminate angle orang Rubble sebenarnya.
They're in a pretty good position. The close range spot by Karen shouldn't be left unchecked. There's still a flash on Divide. You expect that to pop as they move forward. No, in fact, it's just a double swing.
Aduh, nembaknya udah bagus tuh.
There, exactly. Clean trade.
Sabar, kalem.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be fight after fight. Meteor
Mati ini
now.
pasti meteor aja kalau
Let's try
ngepick.
and pull off some
Mampus.
individual brilliance as well. I think a little bit
Good
too
job.
predictable on when he'd make his move. Munchkin on the other side of the map, and the thing is, he could
Simmer
just
mau
hold this through to the next
PRX
round.
ini
I
emang
don't
ya?
expect him
PRX
to.
Lu apa yang
apa ya?
kurang dari
When there's an
PRX?
opportunity to
Nggak ada.
have
Emang
an
dia orang
upgrade.
playstyle kayak gini anjir.
Maybe
High risk, high reward mainnya tau gak? Makanya dia bilang setiap tim tuh punya playstyle masing-masing kan. Nah cuma yang kayak gini-gini harus dikurang-kurangin nih. Sayang maksudnya kayak bisa save senjatanya gitu loh. Baru nih kalau udah kayak gini baru tuh ya kan. Padahal kan harusnya kayak bisa dari awal gitu loh.
Munchkin not stopping anytime soon. He's already picked up 3, and now he's quickening his pace to the site. The time is so desperately low, and he doesn't know where Devi is. The element of
sayang
surprise.
aja gitu loh jadinya harusnya dari 4 lawan 1 ya kan jadi 1 gitu. Sekarang semua senjatanya hilang gitu kan. Saya sayang. Itunya aja sih harus menurut gue dari PRX. Kalau PRX bisa kontrol itunya udah harusnya jadi orang imbang sumpah. Debat aja.
Rudy Gong.
Masalahnya individual mekaniknya tuh terlalu di atas rata-rata ini.
Versus a player that had a bulldog, Munchkin.
Tinggal
Wow, you can already see him
marah
smack talking.
marah
Well,
nih.
it's not the only thing
Anjir
getting
sini ya.
smacked.
Susah juga tau gak sih kadang ngasih taunya. Masalahnya itu playstyle mereka anjing udah melekat di darah dong.
Alex Otto nggak mug. Gimana mereka nih bawa full armor ya?
Confidence cocok ngambilnya.
Having done that extra work on it, picked it
Build
into
up
this series.
ekonominya PRX itu susah banget ini.
I'm worried for PRX. It's early times just now, but with showstoppers online for both squads, we knew this was coming. Munyet's on the way, head caught on the arch on the way through. It slowed him down enough and actually bought some time for Meteor to escape. And for Munchkin to round the corner, no one's going to go down to that showstopper, but it's claimed a lot of space.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't realize how close. Karen is,
gitu, Cok.
he had to move because of the tiger. Monya's going to try and aggress. This is risky. Multiple players on the other side. Showstopper, he should be dead. He actually almost manages to catch one. Even still, though, for GENG, this is looking
Aduh,
fantastic.
timingnya.
Couldn't be worse for something either. It's going from bad to worse for PRX. They need to find a miracle through these spams. least been able to get one, but they don't know if the player's still on the spike. The second tap will definitely help them out, but it's no, it's just going through. Too many bullets to dodge there.
Aduh, aku mau kencing, bentar.
GENG, they break back immediately. And well, we mentioned them losing all their players. It's going to hurt now.
Yes, yes, it absolutely is. Now you see the butterfly effect of that. Well-placed showstopper by Textures. We said there were 2 online, only 1 found its mark. And then the chaos afterwards. Every time you see someone on PRX turn their crosshair to look towards an angle where they've just seen someone swing or they've just lost a teammate, they get shot in the back. Because that's the exact time that GENG go for the retake.
Basically,
Gorgeous stuff. 3-1. Odin being kept through. Lakia going way up in my estimations, let me tell you, buddy. And the spams, well, they're not having too much success. They don't need to. In this round, PRX have basically nothing to play with. 4 sheriffs.
Well, also, they've already taken the control. That's the main reason. You've got Karen aggressively up. It's allowed for a gamble rotation, so he's just moving Odin elsewhere. Not the most common door to spam because you are open to a couple of angles, but it won't matter. And this is the thing. We've seen this scenario many a time. Find a kill, TP back. Karen is excellent at knowing when to reposition as well, so they can leave those. But this is ambitious.
Where is he going? Where is he going? He's made it. He's made it just about around that corner, but well, that was risky. If they came through that wall, Tom, I'm not sure that would have went the way he was thinking. Straight good for Munchkins, a narrow alleyway to fight in, and wow, that's a lot of damage. No chance for PRX here. Of course, we did mention they have those weaker weapons. They don't have a lot to play with. And they'll get nothing done. A flawless round. I hate to harp on the economy, but GENG off to a flying start.
Udah berapa poinnya, Cok?
It's feeling reminiscent of last map, but it is still very early days. Plenty of time for PRX to find their footing. They don't want to waste time throwing rounds away. They've called a timeout.
That's the funny thing. We might actually get to the point where we can just highlight when GENG don't have money.
Yep.
We'll just save time.
GENG terlalu rapi buat PRX gimana cepet. Mainnya bagus tau si GENG.
I like the pause coming out for PRX because this has been rough. And even looking back versus KC, they struggled when it came to
guys, udah gue bilang kalian kalau ngomong sama Cil di live gue dia nggak baca, Cok. Yang baca live komen gue cuma gue doang. Dia pada peduli sih. Ingat dia bukan streamer, guys.
And there was a moment or two at the beginning where I was like, okay, something looks like he's here to play. But ever since then, they're just getting boomed. And everyone on the other side for GENG has looked utterly fantastic. In this round, at least, one off a Blade Storm. Showstopper, the only ult that isn't going to be playing a part in this round for either side. And Munchkin already having that Viper's Pit online. And clearly, this is a time where Alex needs to earn his money, otherwise I think PRX
belum tentu, Cok. Ada lower bracket soalnya.
To the lower bracket.
I want to at least get that third map out. You know, officials are a different ball game.
Sebenarnya ya, ini TBH ya, ini POV gue ya. PRX tuh nggak butuh analis tau nggak? Soalnya preselnya gitu-gitu aja, dia cuma butuh Alex doang. Sebenarnya emang bener. Kalau dia butuh analis, dia udah cari dari kemarin-kemarin, Cok. Oke, asal otomatis nggak pernah ganti. Halo.
Here we go though.
Halo.
Again, early paranoia. I think this one is not really going to be played upon.
Wait.
Like the idea again, using that haunt to get them space, but something, I think he's just going to disrespect the utility. Had enough of these pushes coming through. He is going to get pinged up, they know where he is, and Texture's already there to support.
That's it, they're trying to punish the Odin. They know that it's not easy to fight from this angle, especially when the door gets open, and now he's dead. But that's what it's all about on GENG, filling in the spaces and being able to fight afterwards. But with a return from PRX, they've got a real chance. The headshot angle held by Mindfreak, but Meteor's just ducked underneath it, playing the limbo, and he's winning this game with Mindfreak down. It's 45 HP, and a dream turned to a nightmare. PRX losing out on another. They had a good pacey take, managed to put the players on the back foot and filled in every gap that GENG were trying to stuff their way into. They always had someone to take that second fight. PRX had someone to take the third. This time though, they lose out when it comes to the post plan. You gotta say, they really could have used that round.
Yeah, this is one of those things as well where Meteor's in a 2v2 scenario. The amount of times I feel like I've watched him just get both kills and his teammates still rotating. Like he's just so confident at this stage in his individual ability, and even just ducking under where he assumed his opponent would be holding. That was again another big round for PayPRX. A lot invested, even having some decent early trades, but it isn't to be. And now, well, Bladestorm is really all we could talk about, and they're still ready for his initial play. Almost goes down, but has managed to dodge that singular bullet fired by Texture.
Yeah, the thing is that's sending them elsewhere. Forsaken was trying to claim some space by sneaking through. We saw good success for that. I think when Yad on the previous map was throwing out a few of those little feelers. But the idea now is you can't play up against that op. This ain't the round for it. Your Bladestorm's already gone, and everyone else has pistols. Close range, numbers advantage is the way to go, and they've done it. At least trading out the first. Karen, though, he has been consistent every single time they've challenged him. This guy's coming up with multiple. 7-2 right now. Teammate ready to swing, and luckily, because Karen was dropped very quickly, so too is Meteor. Hell, it's winnable for Divine, but his knife was pulled out.
6-1 tiba-tiba balik-balik 6-1.
Unfortunately, jumped right into their crosshair. 6-1 for GENG, and 4 ultimates online coming into round number 8.
It's one of those scenarios where, again, PayPRX have made some of these rounds look somewhat competitive, but
I'm back,
GENG
guys.
consistently
Setelah
able to clutch out the late round.
jadi fotografer ya.
Said ults are in their favor, finances are in their favor. There's at least a lot coming online in this round.
Gila 6-1. Padahal bunuhnya nggak beda jauh ya.
Counter-operator
something
can be
dua
invested
sih.
on something. Here's at a very quiet start to this
Ya Allah.
game. Reaction shot from Texture
Ya
already puts down Munya.
Allah.
You see the idea as well? We see the aggression. We try to take space elsewhere.
GENG
are getting aggressive. Give them
MADRID.
PayPRX a
Masa
taste
jago
of their own defensive
PRX
medicine.
jago.
This is a
GENG
really
MADRID
good
jago
start with
GENG ya.
4 ultimates to fall back on, 3 of which
Nggak
will help
lawan sama
you
sekali
out
coy.
if you're in a pinch. For PayPRX, where do they go? Where do they take it? Maybe they can get a neural theft if they can even drop a body. And they cannot.
Oh, no.
A wallbang kill with the Odin from Lakia. That's something dropped. That's the op down. And he's looking for a little bit more.
Handphone aku.
I don't know where they're going to take this on the attack, but I think I know what the result will be regardless.
Forsaken's been quiet as well and reposition. Nice shot at least. Will make things that little bit more interesting.
Mampus.
The reveal as well will tell exactly where their opponents are. Knowing there's only one player here, the turret though, keeping things disrupted with Meteor. Again, full sprinting to help his teammate out. It gets close for a matter of seconds, but GENG continue their dominance in this match. 7-1 on the defense. I don't know, yeah, second pause is going to be called for PayPRX at this point.
Match ini pakai pen tuh bunuhnya gitu terus anjing.
Also just did tidbit as well. Last 3 times GENG have won,
Texture gemoy banget.
played and won this map. 8 rounds on attack, 9 rounds on attack, 9 rounds on attack. They're 7-1 up on defense.
Nggak sih, Lotus mau teror nggak sih, Bi?
No, I would say that's very bad if you're a PayPRX fan.
That's quite poor. Yeah, and the reality is for PayPRX, you're looking at the last
Nyampe
time they
nggak
played
tadi
this map
videonya?
against the squad again.
Kelebihan ya?
That series which worked
Ada
perfectly for me
maksimal kan?
today because it's the same maps. But the funniest thing is something.
Soalnya
He was
kan
on the
lebih dari
Reyna and
1
he
menit
was
deh.
popping. He was doing well. Will I say justified a Reyna? Maybe not. But we know on a good day he
langsung tidur ya,
absolutely can.
jahat.
This time, I don't care what agent he's playing, he's having a damn tough time. 2 and 8. Compare that to Split last time, finding so many opening entries on that attack side. Now listen, I'm going to be the last person to complain about Jet dying on the attack, right? Often that's your job. But here we haven't seen those dive plays as consistently. At least that hasn't been the crux of their attacking side. The problem is, how many rounds have we seen where literally 10 to 15 seconds in, it's 3v5. No control, no benefit for it.
Oh,
One
Aaron
guy
yang
goes
ngomong
down,
deh.
they push somewhere else, that guy goes down, then they sit there with nothing to do.
Biasanya kalau kayak gini tuh di timeout udah ada plannya mau
They
ngapain.
pushed out 2 players and all the way past Mound. They weren't even holding the deep angles anymore because what's the point?
And
They're
they
going to
pushed
try
A
and swing
with
through.
2 players in the same round.
Cuma
Yeah,
benerin
So
ini
this
aja
is
sih
the
team
thing,
fight-nya
you peek
aja.
your head out and you go,
Dia orang
"Where they roll,
tadi
get there."
kebanyakan
And
kalahnya
then
gara-gara
now
nge-throw
we
aja
got
sih
no
menurut gua.
advantage. We're playing
They're
from
gonna
behind.
Alek merenung di sini, Besti.
Insta smoke. B control.
Mainnya jadi nggak mikir, cuma main aja asal gitu loh.
Just waiting to see if the push will come through in that direction. It's going to allow them the fast take back of this control. Paranoia immediately put through. The trade's not awful in the beginning, but they quickly divulge into nothing for the side of PayPRX. Forsaken trying to claim it back though. Finally, he comes alive.
Bisa diambil nggak sih bomnya?
To wake up and that spike is theirs and they can walk it straight to the seaside once that door is closed.
Aduh, gila, darahnya sampai 16 gitu anjing. Yang satu 42, cok.
But Texture's got an op and an aid. and there's a snake bite left. This could be very, very dangerous indeed. For now, though, Texture's not deploying the nade. Instead, sitting down, op in hand, 16 HP, turned to 0. Nice shot with the operator as Mind Freak now has a nade below him. He's safe up top. He's got the angle, could even pick off Munchkin. That can make it winnable, but Texture's a little too quick.
I love it.
I didn't think he could fire off that quick.
It's just like, he's got an op as a negative, and then it's like, no, never mind.
Wide swings it. Like, all right, we're quick scoping now, but that's the level we hit for Genji.
Tapi emang si Genji-nya ngelawannya bagus sih.
I almost wanted to say coming into this
Bedanya cuma ini aja, yang satu mainnya pas udah dapat objektif individualnya main sendiri-sendiri, kalau yang satu ada rules-nya aja. Bedanya itu aja sih sebenarnya.
Again, considering this is the number 1 and number 2 from the same region,
Oke.
we've already seen them play a best of 5 series. There was a 3-1, and a lot of the maps were close. It looks like Genji have
Iya, kamu kalau kayak insight gitu nggak pernah ngomong kan ke dia orang?
I don't know if they've fallen off. Because that's
Maksudnya
looking like the
apa yang kamu nonton nih kan, kamu pernah ngomong nggak ke Aaron gitu?
Enggak lah, gila.
Bukan urusan kita, bukan urusan kamu nggak sih?
Gila, ngapain?
Kita tuh cuma netizen guys. Ingat,
Dia orang di master masa gua yang pemain Ascension ngomongin ke dia apaan?
Here comes the big rocket and it's not landed. It's not found the value it needed to. The lockdown has been destroyed and Meteor was tagged down quite a bit.
That's the value.
Ada lore.
They got rid of the show. They got rid of the lockdown.
Di facilitate
They can
kayaknya
at least
ini.
claim some space. He's screwed. There's no way he survives that.
It's a little messy.
Udah.
It's giving PRX a
Sabar.
chance, Tom. They haven't planted the spike, but they don't need to if they win these fights again and again, and they have. Lakia dropped, leaves Munchkin.
Dapat 4 dong.
If he wins this, I'm putting the headset down. They've got decent amount of HP and they've lost Mind Freak. Okay, but it's all right. They've still got 2 players, no utility to play with. Gotta just take these fights, not one at a time. That's the only thing I beg of you. Not one at a time, not up against Munchkin right now. He's 11-4. He's been winning round after round, but a reposition by Forsaken.
Wah, itu kalau sampai headshot sih, nggak tahu gua.
Itu sebenarnya susah sih. Cuma tadi kalau Ron kalahnya tuh kalau Davainya weave, itu biasanya harusnya mati.
GENG gotta be feeling confident. The good thing is they use 3 ultimates.
Dia orang bener-bener ini lanjut. Kalau udah lagi nge-pressure orang tuh nggak boleh nggak sampai
Again, a lot
mati.
of this just came down to some brilliant individual play from something. Finally putting a couple of kills on the board.
Jadi kalau
The fact
Davainya
is they
weave,
did peak
Mati.
Munchkin individually. First player peaks, dies. Second gets dinged, and it's only finally they reposition. I think we would have needed a new desk completely for Alex if they managed to lose that round.
udah
But it's
judulnya
scary
main
that
mah
it
udah
even got
urusan
close.
dia orang, nggak ada gol, nggak ada
Get
campur,
rid of the desk,
nggak
punch
ada
it back with
kepentingannya juga dia
LED screen in it.
ngomongin dia
Whose
orang.
face is on it?
It depends on the game. Make it
mati
interchangeable.
tuh Karennya.
Well, Forsaken's picked off Karen. That's a fantastic kill. Look how open the A side is, and they've made that realization. There's no further challenge. There's no utility. There's no reaction from GENG. So Forsaken realizes it's wide open, and he gets caught by Lakia.
Lihat Lakia kayak
That
gitu
time
dia
was
berani
near
nge-pick
perfect.
anjing
Well,
emang.
I mean, you can call it a mistake. At the end of the day, he was open to like 6 angles, so he has to just be clearing those, constantly being paranoid about them. The site, though, is lost, and PRX will find the plant nonetheless.
Nyadar kelihatan.
Showstopper
Udah tahu
on
gitu
line.
bakalan ada yang
Not wanting
push
to allow
kayaknya.
the
Keding tuh.
setup.
apa.
Something's going to try and get aggressive, but it's not going to manage to land the shot.
Tawan
Now, I
flank
think the
satu.
flash through the back might have actually caught Munchkin.
Nggak ada flank
So he's
satu
going to
finger
actually
dia.
Heaven.
reposition through B instead. Move away from the flank position. It's open. I think it's because Divide's having to check too many angles. The Seekers at least will give it away. Showstopper has been thrown in. He might get caught by all of the Seekers, but his teammates got his back. And now
Aduh,
he'll be able to
Aaron
kill off
nge-picknya.
Mind Freak. The remaining players a bit of an obscure position. Munyet has not been cleared yet, and because of that, he's going to be able to deny the
Santai,
defusal. The
santai.
spam doing so much damage, and now it's
Bisa
all
terusin
on
nggak
to
sih?
Divide with an operator. First shot missed, but he just needs to kill the guy defusing, and he's done enough. There's no time
Nice
left.
fight, nice fight.
Nice cok.
Gila, untung nggak mati loh.
Untung Munchkinnya weave anjir, kalau nggak
Everybody
rip.
will go down with the ship.
Well, it's the same thing as what we saw before.
Iya
Tom,
kan
right?
ya,
They're getting
Cahaya
this little
kebanyakan main sama
resurgence
Mimi
towards
sih.
the end of the half.
Keren,
This
Cok, dia,
time,
Cok, main sama Mimi,
PRX
Cok.
didn't
Gue
have
iri.
the pistol to help them out. They weren't both on
Sekarang
the
fokusnya
previous
dari
map.
streamer.
Put
Lihat mah
them up
dia,
4
cuma
rounds, they
mereka
ended
nggak
on
peduli,
8.
nggak
But
take it.
here, they're doing it on the
Iya,
rifle
bang.
rounds.
Iya, bener.
Doing it in the clutches as well. As close as they may come, it's still giving them that little bit of a heartbeat to continue on forward. Now, this round, the last of the half, GENG come in with the Viper's Pit. That's going to be a problem to fight through on the defensive side, or potentially a very strong tool for retakes.
Pelurunya nggak melihat PRX.
Maksudnya di orang tuh termasuk mentalnya baja sih. Seriusan. Untuk keep composure mainnya tetap di playstyle yang kayak gini tuh butuh apa ya? Mentalnya mesti nggak boleh drop sampai sana.
Textures out of the angle too quickly. PRX
Dipirit.
another shot. And it looks like another bite of this apple as around comes another, but finally the miss is there. Texture gets the reset though with low HP. He's dancing around, but he's being caught. There was no escape this time, and with Lakia falling, a real chance emerging for an 8-4 half.
Bayangin gak sih, udah kayak gitu aja PRX-nya masih bisa bikin jadi 3 lawan 2. Betapa jagonya dia orang anjing, sumpah. Ini bener jago banget anjing, secara individual mah gak ada compare anjing, serius.
Up close with a teammate further away, Munchkin's making a lot of noise. They're trying to find an angle to deal with him, and instead running into Meteor. Well played. Now they can group up and try to force this 2v2 with the Viper's Pit. That was a little scary. Thought Munchkin was about to be spammed, but now they've got a lot of space as they close in the distance. No snake bites to play with though. That could help out, keep them way out of this.
Oh, mati, Viper mati. Oh, nice. Nice.
8-4 at the halftime. They found some legs to stand on, some foundations laid. The second half will be tough if they lose the pistol.
Yeah, almost identical to what we saw in the last half.
Oh iya, kalau angle ya biar.
Kalau dari kanan kiri dipirit pasti kalah.
I was thinking from Forsaken's point of view,
ini lah yang gini ya maksudnya. Kan udah tahu WP kan?
Iya.
Smoke gitu loh.
Smoke jet ya.
Smoke dulu. Nah, smoke. Oh man, iya, smoke dulu aja.
Well done from PRX to at least get something.
Atau enggak Davai bisa flash dulu atau apa gitu.
It's time now to toss this one over to Davai, who had some words to say earlier.
Dengan segala macam shit happeningnya aja, roundnya masih ke closing anjir.
Masih dia yang closing round si PRX kan?
I mean, they were very good. Obviously, they are smart. And they kind of like one step ahead, especially on Lotus. We kind of like way behind them. Yeah, I think we were taking too easy. I think. I mean, they did exactly what we were watching them like in the VODs. Like they play the same. Like they're not.
Kalau nggak aneh-aneh itu sebenarnya dia orang kayak bisa sama. Kalau nggak mungkin menang.
Tapi tadi kayak dia tuh selalu try ambil C gitu, tau gak? C-nya di trap berapa kali ya?
That's rough. Blinded and Monye just popping off. Yeah, Farmer even spotting the right there. Over towards Shybox. This guy's on for it. He's absolutely on the money today.
Ini jago sih, yang ini jago sih emang.
GENG, I mean, the good thing is probably we might be able to get some revenge, you know. I mean, we lost to them in the.
Dari tadi nanya mau spet mulu, enakan guys RSE guys.
I think Texture is giving us a lot of problem.
Nanya mulu, udah dibilang ya.
Like punishing us over and over, and also Karon was playing insane as well.
Terima, cuma ya basic ini balik lagi gitu kan.
Maksudnya kayak he's probably like the top player in the
league. Gak ada yang bilang playstyle mereka salah. Cuma kalau mereka bisa belajar buat kontrol pas lagi clutch situationnya lebih jago lagi.
You know, to cook this too.
Percaya kan kepada PRX.
Lebih ke arah ini sih apa? Respect your life. Mereka tuh udah 40 segala macam musuhnya kayak dari 150 anjir. Good thing sebenarnya. Cuma kalau lagi lawan orang yang cukup hitting shot aja nggak usah on fire.
Yeah, we want this to be a competitive match that it definitely has not been. GENG looking like a competitor for the crown. Thus far, we haven't seen the PRX that we know and love. This pistol round might just be a deciding factor, but a great start from Monye. Pushing aggressively on the other side is something waiting for someone to try and make their move, and he's going to go back for a little bit more. Has to use the dash to get out of there, and he's now waiting for the cavalry to arrive as the rest of the team somewhat far away. An opportunity, but Forsaken with a good trade.
Keeping the numbers in their favor, something needs to do a little bit more. He's done some damage, and there's the follow-up. A shot right to Texture's temple. That's going to put us in a 4v2 with PRX. Definitely favored to take this pistol now. Forsaken fallen. A little bit more of a chance. Something though delivers. Okay, he's up top and not spotted.
Whoa.
Easy peasy. That's a
Ilya
3K
Petrov.
for something. Looks like even he's starting to heat up.
That's exactly what they need. Just him having confidence. Because you look at some of the fights he's taken and there's definitely risks about it, but that's always been his play style. Even on a get-go, he's
2
basically
juta mah apa
an
juga
main,
dapet
so
anjing.
then get the finances built up early, get the
Gila ya reaction
orbs
time-nya.
rolling
Kalau kamu bunuh itu.
on the duelist,
Enggak lah,
which is
gila.
exactly what's happened thus far.
Tergantung hari sih kayaknya.
Kalau lagi on fire mah bunuh-bunuh aja.
Harusnya bunuh.
Slip back. As said though, for the majority of the matches we've seen, be
Gue
it
harus mengakui, Cok.
mostly in
Gue
Pacific,
terkena limitation dari umur
much
sebenarnya kalau
more
gue.
consistent on their
Kalau
attack.
gue masih seumuran mereka mah gue bantai anjing.
Pistol win then was essential.
Kalau
for
juga masih
PRX.
jago.
Now the follow-up looks easy. Very little to play with for GENG, and even if
Tiba-tiba
they
ada orang
drop
anjing
something,
di C-nya,
he's the
bangsat.
player that's
Ada nggak sih
rocking
harusnya?
with the pistol.
Dia harusnya
So the
ada.
margin
Dia
for
makanya
error
langsung
is already
liatin
being
Cello.
reached here.
Cuma kalah
Any
nembak.
further kills will be costly, will force some
Ya
level
oke
of
nggak sih
reinvestment
mereka block
on the side
back,
of
sekarang dapat
PRX.
info,
On the defense,
confirm.
they can keep distance.
Kayaknya ada
And with the
jasa.
buy that GENG have, they're definitely not favored on ranged
Bulldog.
fights.
Defiant will be solo, but you can see the rotation already
Refleks
coming out from
bapak-bapak.
Munya. Jump peak will give him the info to go back in with that Marshall. This is a round that they shouldn't really have any opportunity to win. The weaponry not falling into their hands off the kills they've garnered, and
Santai, Pak.
the players they're pushing into are actually just going to start pushing into them. A good round from PRX as they managed to bring
Good
things
round,
again
good round.
back within 2.
Cuma something yang mati nggak beli apa-apa, nggak apa-apa.
But the fact is, it
Udah
has
langsung
been
gila.
the buy
Iya.
rounds where GENG
Beli
truly
bos
have been
doang, solo raid,
level
solo
above.
boss ya.
Wow,
Mantap lagi,
just look at your
sampingnya
screen
dia lagi.
besides something.
Ih,
This is
menang
a
ini,
round that
comeback
all
ini,
we
Pak
look
Rex.
at as an eco, but 3 orbs away from
Comeback ini.
Bladestorm.
Mereka
Means he
tuh
can
bener-bener
force
beli
up
banget
here,
anjing sama
find an
Ilya lihat tuh.
operator,
Solo
and
boss
potentially
anjing.
the Bladestorm, even if they lose the
Bener-bener
round
beli
with
tuh
how
gila banget, Cok. Ilya kayak bisa handle segala macam situasi anjing.
I would definitely put stock in him finding at least the 2 orbs. 1 kill and a
Cahaya.
death. We'll see what he can get up to.
It also means they can gamble the control. They've got him holding onto the A side,
Bagus
an
baterainya
aggressive
begini.
position from Munya. This is not really the gun you want to have here. Somehow,
Cakep, anjing, gila badan
he
gua kayak
gets
ikutan
out of
bunyi.
there unscathed.
Fuck ngehe.
They also had an
Cah,
initial
anjing.
setup for players outside C, but after that spot comes through,
Ini Jason
fading back. Now the
Jason mau
cross
pakai
has
one way
already
yang itu ya?
happened,
Oh,
so
enggak.
something now in a pretty
Ya,
dangerous position.
dapat satu, Cok.
Honestly,
Kon sih
I
apes
think
banget,
Meteor's a
Cok,
little bit
sumpah
lucky there.
anjing.
If we can
Lagi
get
dia
one.
mulu, Cok, yang
Here's
mati
the
anjing.
chance for that operator
Tadi di
to
B lagi
finally
lari-lari
show
dia yang
its ugly face.
Iya.
Look
Dor.
at the side of GENG as
Gila
they
ya.
lose a
Itu
player
mekanik
right
biasa
off
pakai
rip,
mouse loh.
and it's
Nggak pakai
Dexter,
keyboard.
the man
Iya.
with the responsibility to
Diarahin
take the
mouse-nya
space
kan.
and
Ih,
close
gila
the
banget
distance.
anjing emang dia
Now
orang.
they'll be a little bit slower on the way around these corners, which is just perfect for something. He
Yeah.
had to be watching the right way though,
Banget, Cok,
and
ini
Munchkin
orang
caught him
kayak
unaware.
cakep,
The
anjing.
same happens with Devi though, leading into a 3v2 defensive advantage, and Devi
Udah
walkabout.
kesemsem Mimi.
He's so good. 19 kills, looking for his 20th and his 3rd of the round. Looks like he might. Oh, he will get the opportunity, but he's doesn't matter because Munyet's there. to
AWP,
catch him when
jangan
he
salah brut,
falls.
jangan salah brut.
8
AWP,
to
AWP.
Comeback ini comeback.
Oke.
Now
Comeback
this
serius.
gets me excited for PRX. That round puts them
Rutin nge-gym
way back
ngaruh
in
ke reaction
contention
time
because
sama
GENG got an
refleks.
eco.
Mungkin kayaknya.
I
Olahraga sih yang
play
penting.
it as well. After the initial spot,
Ini hari
there
Kamis.
was at least one player
Tanggal
Oh
21.
enggak, dia ngedesnya ini anjing pakai keyboard. Kok di kita ngeliatnya kayak pakai mouse sih?
Kamu tahu dia pakai keyboard?
Barusan tadi sih begini miring badannya. Tapi tadi pas kita lihat muka kan yang ada ke sana.
Dia kayak gini tadi arahnya.
Kayak beda animasinya aja.
Hari ini hari Kamis, hari sialnya Aaron.
Something once more. They know he's going to be here. They know there's a high chance he'll be here, and they're actually going to really put the pressure on early.
Kena Cok laginya, Cok.
Ditemenin sekarang sama Jason.
I don't mind this from GENG. They have players lurking
Ini bener
elsewhere.
nih mainnya
Trap just
nih.
got broken on B.
C-nya di
So now
kontes,
for
hanya dia
PRX,
B
you have
dapet.
to be worried about the flank. It
Ya
means
udah,
you're
kan
not
mereka
gonna
tahu
have
B-nya dapet.
Forsaken there to
Ada
help
trap
with
kan?
this fight. Instead, something has to do it
Iya.
on his own, and again, he finds texture. That's a big part of this take. They try to seize the space with him.
Artinya orang dari B ya,
But
guys.
instead,
Pasti tahu,
they've
udah
been
pasti
left
tahu.
to try and trade
Akhirnya
it
udah
out.
clearin sih.
2
Ini udah
versus
ketahuan
3.
musuhnya anjing.
Meteor's good position has been noted. As we said earlier, they
Buffering sih.
said earlier, they know
100 juta
and that's
persen
not
anjir.
something they'll find an
Harus
answer to
hancurin
until
alarm
they
buat
plant the
sekarang
spike.
buat pressure. Ah,
Looks like because they've spotted
Cah jangan gerak
players
duluan Cah, serius.
near B, and they're worried about their spawn. They're actually going to go fighting aggressively. This could be a big win if it comes through. Nice work from Meteor. 1 bullet left. And nothing being spotted towards the spawn. This means they know where they are. The peek out is perfect, and he goes back with the pistol. He does it alone. Meteor's going to confirm the Mastercard Thrifty. And what was looking like a round firmly in the hands of PRX falls to one man.
Ente ya.
One man with one big gun and one medium gun.
Yang sayang tuh gitu tadi.
Very
Sayang banget
ambitious to go for this. That could have put it to a 1v1 top, but he was having none of it.
That's what I said about this guy. He knows he'll hit the shot. For some reason, when it's him, a 2v2, and he goes, okay, I've got the first one.
Dapat udah geleng-geleng, Cok.
Capek. He always gets it. That's the thing. Every time I'm sat there going, I'm ready to critique, and then he gets the kill, and I'm like,
gila loh, 2 lawan berapa tuh?
fine then. I
3 ya?
guess that was the right play.
Well, uncouth, but it works this time. Certainly caught his
Kalau
opponents
class
off
situation
guard.
siapa yang bikin mistake aja kalau tadi
9-7.
mah susah ini nggak bisa ngomong.
PRX have weaknesses. Operator
Nangis.
in the hand of something.
Look at where he is.
It's not really an opping angle normally, is it? Oh, nice flash. That's good. But he hasn't got the dash anymore. It's faded out. But Munchkin, oh, the shot's missed. And Munchkin's been given a second chance at life while the showstopper is again just, oh, I thought just used for space, but if he fires it out close, no, he doesn't pull the trigger. And now he realizes his mistake as the dive comes in for PRX. They've got a lot to work with.
The old Stoke should be, in theory, forcing them back, but it hasn't happened at all.
Tai bisa nggak?
Retake ini.
Made this one problematic. Spike already planted at least. So they're going to have to respect it and just fall back. Munchkin's still holding, and they have a pretty nasty potential crossfire just with the amount of time that can be bought. Munchkin is just looking at that clock. That's all he really aiming for, sitting back, waiting for the push. He manages to land the first, almost onto the second.
Nice. Belum 2 digit guys, tenang, santai.
So far in this second half, and they close the gap once again to just 1 round.
Bang pengen upper bang. Bang mau main di upper aja bang, nggak mau ke lower bang.
This game, this map, and indeed this
Udah ngelempar aja ini ya.
Kayaknya nggak ngeh deh.
Infuriating.
I can understand he doesn't want to give away his position, but you know, you make a decision there. Do you gamble it? Do you not? And well, he chose wrong. Chips on the wrong color.
Oh, mukul meja kayaknya emang suka orang ya.
And for PRX,
itu sebenarnya apa ya, kalau orang bilang kayak daripada lu pendem mendingan dikeluarin tuh nggak, mendingan gitu. Udah bunuh ngasih.
Bredes cok, bredes.
Dilawan pasti dilawan demi lihat. Dilawan pasti demi lihat.
Oke. Cakep.
Itu PRX tuh anjing. Coba yang lain ditinggal pasti.
Iya benar.
PRX emang gitu anjir. Ilianya nyangkut buka pintu gas.
5-1 in this second half after what was basically, we were at a scoreline where this looked over. What was it, 8-1? And then they went 3 rounds in a row.
Gila, itu kalau lucu kali lihat tuh.
Iyalah.
You don't really think it at the time because an 8-4 half is still great, but it seemed like GENG just let the foot off the gas. A few big plays coming out.
Feeling aku sih comeback menang PRX ya, sumpah. Menang ini dia. Sampai kelasnya juga menang harusnya.
Serius?
Ya, feeling aku. Yakin aja anjir. Maksudnya kayak kelihatan ya.
Sing penting yakin. Bredes.
Looks like they're looking at him too. Karen was trained in on that with Texture finding a field day. 2 HP left on Divide. He'll find it hard to get any impact from this point. A stray bullet enough to take him. But he's caught Karen off guard. The flash covers his retreat. No more flash.
Ayo Fai, bisa Fai.
An opportunity still.
Aduh, anak kontol loncat-loncat doang.
Viper's pick could change the game.
Trying to get in as quickly as humanly possible, but Meteor's there to defend. Leaves it onto something. As said, he's had a real resurgence. They just fall back to enable the reload.
Nggak, kok duitnya banyak pasti try sama dia.
Never mind, he's just looking to reposition completely. I think they know exactly where he is.
Mampus lu.
He still wins the battle. 3 bullets left in the clip. The pit spin drop.
Mampus.
He's already going to spot one, but he's now just out to the classic, and it's a classic v classic. Valakia's the one to take it home. These rounds are getting insanely close, and it's a back and forth once again.
Aduh, nice try dah. Halo.
Really is like a pendulum swinging. There's no stability to be found for either of these teams. 2 rounds for PRX, an immediate answer back by GENG, but the fact that it comes down to this, that the Viper is dropped outside the pit,
Headshot ya.
and then that's the result. Clean as can be with a final right click to close it. GENG, they've got a lot set up in front of them, Tom, because there is a showstopper for Munyet. Other than that, everybody is just on the rifles. Credits are low. GENG could be on the home stretch very, very soon, and Forsaken in that corner needs value. They've not seen him. He's good for 1 damage on Texture. Could be very, very
Masih dapat 1, oke banget sumpah.
as PRX look to move back through. So many players are low.
Heal cah.
Extremely low in the corner. It's the Rocket to find him.
Aduh, kena molly, Cok.
That trade's all right. That was the low HP player that goes down. I don't think they're going to mind that whatsoever to put it back into a 3 versus 3. Something about to try and go through this. His teammates a little bit further behind. No flash available for Device, so it's just going to have to be the raw push. Already managing to retrieve a rifle.
Ya, kena kepalanya, Cok.
GENG now get a double back of their
Jongkok,
own.
bestie.
And the major worry here for PRX, they don't have backup credits. They don't have anything in their pockets other than the Blade Storm.
Gila sih, ini hari hapus Aron
This
sih.
could be the beginning of the end.
It feels that way, Tom. 2-round gap. GENG in this series have just been miles ahead when it came to these rifle rounds. And again, it seems strange that 13 to 8
banget deh laki
to talk about
anjing
the
lu
dominant
kenapa sih
game.
right click
This
tadi
is a
kena
strong
anjing entot
scoreline,
dah.
but not damning for the other side. But when you look at both pistols, that's a 4-0 start based off of coin flips. And PRX managed to just about come ahead. When it came to rifle rounds, they weren't able to succeed. Now early push, it's not quite a rifle, instead it's a set of blades, and those don't even get fired off. They lay by his side as he falls to the floor. Something down, so too is Devi, and they're ready for another player close. There seems to be nothing that PRX can do to surprise this GENG roster in the last few rounds. And with 12 looking like it's on the board, Tom, these players
Aduh,
have to be
ganti
feeling
crosshair lagi,
the
bestie.
crushing weight of this series. The lower bracket is beckoning them, and there they'll face elimination against the Sentinels or Allowed. There's no easier fight for
Tapi
them.
Sheriff bunuh
The
dia.
team that they know, the devil they don't is coming.
Golon 4. Mungkin gak sih?
Enggak sih.
GENG have got their number this round at least. Was a weaker investment, but they had to use one of the ults and it got absolutely
Aduh,
nothing.
kasihan.
And the second we've got into these post farms, that's where
Nice try.
GENG have looked their most fearsome.
Bisa yuk, ada duit nih Ron ini nih, ada duit nih. Ayo, bisa
Started
yuk.
strong, had a massive fall from Grace, made a huge overhaul of this roster with risks taken. Players brought back who had been in the Masters right at the beginning of Valorant, a player they got from Ranked, and players that have not found success elsewhere. Texture, one I think we can really highlight. Like in G, he was okay. But to go into a GENG roster that's now playing for a minimum of top 3 if they win this match.
Ron convertnya bagus, Cok.
Unheard of, surprising. And
Pas
now
lagi clutch
looking like
situationnya lah.
that pinnacle of Pacific.
Kayak
Looking to try and do what no
disiplin gitu.
Pacific team has ever done before.
Play by portion.
Take themselves to an international victory.
Kayak udah good banget nih anjing.
PRX are not dead, not down, until you stamp them out.
Definitely looking injured.
Serem.
Path to recovery, 3
Ada lower,
straight
ada lower.
rounds, an OT in a 3rd map. A lot of win conditions. GENG, 3 ultimates to fight their way through. PRX don't have reactive ones, not impactful ones. Whereas the lockdown, the showstopper, and of course the nightfall. Any one of those can open sights, pull you out of sticky situations. Door open. That was the defenders, but it's covering Munyet's push forward. Problem is, okay, good nade up close. That's going to force that player out in the open. Problem is, Texture was covering it. And now the push on mid is spawned as well. 3 players left for PRX. And it looks like they've still got a fight in them. Nightfall won't evade it. He's being caught. But, it's fake information.
lah.
The Shrouded Step has bought a little bit of an advantage for Mindfreak because he's still alive, his HP recovering, but with something down, and Devi very much known towards that spawn. Mindfreak's on the wraparound, wants to move towards that singular door. For this, Devi needs to buy some time. He still has a flash to play with. There it goes. It's popped and it's cleared out this corridor. Devi's even won the fight. The smoke is down. A chance if Mindfreak can make it to Devi, if they can take this fight together, but they don't know where the last players are. Nade has even forced them back for a second. The time now very low. And with 2 players still to root out, it might be too low. The guy just dodges that siege, but might down the time now. Not to be played with. Okay, no, Texture went out swinging. There's no chance. There's no chance whatsoever. He had to stick it underneath
anjing.
Short of a big misplay, it was never swinging the other way.
Anjing, bisa menang GENG,
13 to 8, a consistent showing from the side of GENG as they take victory over the
nangis.
It's on to the upper final.
Mampus.
Huge statement play for
Jangan
GENG.
pintar ya
No
guys ya.
doubt at this stage that they wear the crown when it comes to Pacific. That's not the
Aduh,
crown they're
sedih,
going
Cok.
for anymore. They said it at the time.
Untung
Their
ada lower ya.
goal was to make it to the playoffs.
Bayangkan
They've
kalau
made
nggak
it there,
ada.
and they've continued to push forward in that upper bracket. A team has said that last year didn't really do too much, didn't really give us much to be excited about, and then bringing together a mix of players that maybe many didn't expect to do well, definitely didn't expect to get this far. They continue in that upper bracket to fight off and be the representative as they face Americas. And they sent the previous Pacific champion, a previous finalist of one of these events, down into the lower bracket.
Oke, sudah. Prospek pisaran.
Hari
Hari ini habis ini lawan Sentinel, Cok. Duh, gue benci banget melihat muka laki ya, Cok. Saya benci. Harusnya mulai jam 1, 12.10 mulainya. Berapa menit tuh? Di kamu lapar gak?
Lapar.
Kenapa geleng-geleng anjir?
They get to watch their opponents play, figure out who it is, take some notes. This is a very nice position to be in, and a chance to make a historical run here in Madrid for their region.
But that's always been the thing. Like we talk about
Laut Sentinel menang mana nih? Sentinel ya? Sentinel.
You could even throw a Chinese team
Hop lower. Wih, ini udah boleh tanda suruh poin sih.
Laki ya.
They have so much depth to them in terms of individual plays, but they have such a solid structure, great trading, and also it just looks like the individuals on that team have leveled up from last year. They look like different players, even if they're in different roles. Some coming
Aku panen poin anjir dari 60.
Kalau aja anjing apa? Tapi nggak bisa lah, udah pokoknya unlucky aja bro.